Welcome back to your complete all-access guide through MLB The Show 24. No money spent, Diamond Dynasty. Best cards, the best players, the best things to grind first, how to attack everything. I'm your guy. Subscribe to the channel. No, seriously, we're pushing for 200K now, and I'm all fired up. This is episode 2. We're on a roll now, and we blow past 1,000 likes on this video. Episode 1, we did a little bit of everything. We jumped into the programs. We completed the starter program. I gave you an update on my conquest grind as we have started moving through the US conquest map. In episode 3 of No Money Spent, I'm gonna have a ton of progress made on this, and I'm gonna have a lot more packs to open. Which, by the way, in that last episode, we opened a ton of packs. We saved over 80 standard packs, all our pre-order packs. We opened all of those up, and we got a pretty good squad here on day 1. I am finally gonna dabble into these storylines. Storylines is getting a big expansion this year. They were added to the game in MLB The Show 23 when season 1 of the Negro Leagues was added to the game. Now we have season 2 of the Negro Leagues, but they're expanding on it. And we also have a Derek Jeter storyline. This opens the door for even more storylines in the future. There's so many players that had really cool storylines and career arcs that you could do something like this with. By the way, if you're going to an MLB baseball game at all this season, use code Shelfy at Seatgeek. They'll take 20 bucks off your first order. You can't see Derek Jeter, but you can go to Yankee Stadium.
New York. I don't think you can describe it. I think you just have to experience it. I love the fans the most. They're very knowledgeable about the game. They have high expectations and they hold you accountable. Greatest fans in the world.
Yankee Stadium, the house that Babe Ruth built.
My grandmother was a huge Yankee fan. The Yankees were my favorite team, and I always wanted to be a shortstop because my dad was a shortstop. So as far back as my mind allows me to go, that's how long I wanted to play baseball.
Yankees select Derek Jeter.
You know, you put the pinstripes on for the first time and you're taking the field as a member of the New York Yankees. And this is what you work for. All eyes are on you. Derek Jeter! It's like I was living a dream. Welcome to the show.
These cutscenes are going to be so sick. Once we're through that first amazing cutscene, it takes us here where we got 95, 96, 98, 99, 2000, the star at the end, and then downstairs to the trains, which says coming soon. The goal here is to just play through this entire thing, get the 85 Derek Jeter unlocked. So we're just going to start from the beginning here. It says 4 stops. 95. Welcome to the show. May 30th, 1995, a 20-year-old rookie begins his Hall of Fame career and achieves the first of many milestones where he collects 1 hit. And this number 2 Yankees Jeter hat is pretty much like our follow along here. This almost feels like a Super Mario map. As you can see in the beginning here, the main storyline has the blue trail, but you can also jump up and hit this star. I believe you have to complete something and you'll get this 95 reward storylines, Kingdom Stadium pack, whatever that is. But as you go along, you're going to see more of these stars and unlockables. This one has an 85 Andy Pettitte. We got an 84 overall Greg Maddux here. There's a Paul O'Neill 1998 rewards pack towards the back in the purple section. And then down here in green, you can get the 99 Tilly Davis. You can work your way all the way up to the 2000 season where they go back to back to back as World Series champions. And an 84 overall Jorge Posada is unlockable down there. So let's just go from the top. Let's collect our first hit with Derek Jeter and move on to the second moment.
When I first got the call in 1995 that I was getting promoted to the major leagues, I thought for sure I was getting traded. My name was circulating a lot of trade rumors, and I got a call probably at 5:30 in the morning from my manager at the time, and he was asking me if I was awake, and I was like, no, I'm not awake. And he said, well, splash some water on your face and come to your room. And he came to my room and he told me I had been promoted to New York, and I was on a flight to Seattle in a couple hours later. Going to play in the King Dome, never played in the Dome before. Just, you know, having a moment where you say, look, I've made it. I've finally been called up to the major league. So it's definitely a moment that I will never forget.
Second for one. Jeter, the strong throw. Wow.
You know, I was 0 for 5 the night before. You start thinking about whether or not you're going to be sent back down to the minor leagues. You're putting a lot of pressure on yourself.
Here's the kid, Derek Jeter, hunting for his first major league hit, and sends a base hit into left.
Tino Martinez was the first baseman, and he became a teammate of mine the following year and one of my good friends. And when I was going back to the first, he said, "Congratulations, just the first of many." There was no celebration after the game. I mean, I think I smiled for a second. You make it to the major leagues, you're just trying to stay there. So you really don't have much time to celebrate.
Diving, stop it, short, Derek Jeter.
Here we go in the Kingdom. Runners on the corners with 1 out. Derek Jeter. I have got to fix up my PCI here on the Xbox. Got to clean it up on the Xbox. We're on Xbox at home, PlayStation in the office. Now we just need to get an extra base hit. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Yeah, that's going to run from him. We're in old Yankee Stadium for this one. It looks nice. Next up in episode 3, unexpected production. Inserted into the lineup due to a missed flight. Derek Jeter drives home a crucial run. Tally 1 hit and an RBI. Down the line, there it is. There it is. RBI double for Jeets, and we're done on the road.
We were battling up until the last day of the season. Pretty much had to win the last game to get to the postseason, and everyone wanted to get there because it would have been Don Mattingly's first year in the playoffs.
Mattingly rips one down the line and deep. A home run for Don Mattingly in the game that could send him to the first postseason of his 12-year career.
We were able to get there. I was not on the playoff roster. I had a chance to stick around so I could see what the atmosphere, the playoff atmosphere was like. The energy, the fans, the intensity of a playoff game. I felt like I just had a good seat to watch. I mean, it was a great seat right in the front row, but not having an opportunity to play or not having the chance to play, it was frustrating because you want to help.
Line drive, we are tied. Griffin is coming around. He's going to try to score. Here's the division championship. No others win it. No others win it.
You know, the ultimate goal is to win a World Series. When that does not happen, I think you sit down and you have a self-evaluation and you reflect on the season and how you can be better and how you can help the team win. I mean, everyone at some point is going to fail and they're going to lose as well, but I think it just motivates you and pushes you into the next season. So, you know, I wanted to prove to myself that I could be on that field and perform and play in the postseason.
Dude, these cutscenes actually fire me up. Now we are moving on into the 1996 season, so the main storyline trails going from blue to yellow, and our first episode here, outstanding opening day. After being named the starting shortstop for the Yankees, Jeter records his first career home run on opening day. We need to tally 4 total bases in one game.
I remember in 1996, I struggled in spring training. I didn't hit very well. I made a lot of errors, made a lot of mistakes, physical mistakes, mental mistakes. Tony Fernandez was the shortstop before I got there, and he broke his arm with like a couple weeks left in spring training. If he did not break his arm, I felt as though they were going to send me back down to the minor leagues. It was nerve-wracking, and I put a lot of pressure on myself to perform, and honestly, I think they were just stuck with me. My first opening day, we actually got snowed out. We played on the off day the next day.
Derek Jeter batting for the first time.
You want to make a good impression. You want to get off to a good start. You want to prove to people that you deserve to be there. More importantly, you want to prove to yourself that you deserve to be there.
Oh, you got a run on that one. That's gone. Holy cow.
The season sort of took off from there.
Into shallow center field. What a play Derek Jeter made.
I felt as though it was very important for me, especially looking back now, that I got off to a good start. Even though it was just one game, that adds to your confidence.
Even just like the loading screens are really good. The graphics team went so hard on this whole project. It's awesome. Oh! How about doing it in style? Derek Jeter gets a no-doubter. That's beautiful. Episode 6 unlocked. rivalry game walk-off starts. I love how the countdown just starts and it just jumps straight into it now. We just got to get one knock. It was a walk-off W for Derek Jeter in pinstripes. Bottom of the 10th, bases loaded, 2 outs, 11-11 against the Boston Red Sox. Bang. I like Jeter's swing, man. I've loved Jeter's swing since they added him. Episode 7 has been unlocked now. A little help.
When I'm up in a big situation, my mind would always go back to a successful time in my career, whether it was in Little League or it was in the minor leagues or the major leagues. I had fun, and I tried to enjoy the moment, and I always thought I was going to be successful. Now, I would fail a lot, but my mind just went to the times I had success. Playing in the playoffs, the fans were hungry. We were the talk of the town.
The Yankees have left 10 men on base, including the bases loaded in the 7th. Going back to the track, to the wall.
No matter how you look at it, it was a home run. Right? There's nothing you can say about it.
And what happens here? It's a home run. Jeter comes across to tie the game.
Tony Tarasco actually played for us, and I told Tony, you should have jumped. He didn't jump. He wasn't going to catch it anyway. People made a big deal out of it. Obviously, I understand it now, but we would have beat Baltimore anyway. You know, that just tied it. Bernie actually won the game later on.
And here's a drive to left. It's mighty high.
It's one of those moments that, you know, in order to win a World Series, you have to have a good team, you have to have a great team, but you also need breaks. And you can't say we got all the breaks. We earned our breaks. Just one of those moments that worked out for us.
He's right, you know. He wasn't going to catch that ball. It was going to hit the top of the wall. It's not nearly as funny as what you're about to see. We have to hit one home run as our moment, but just watch this. I love that that pitch was actually away and this... Okay. It's going to... I love that the animation they came up with this whole cut scene, but that pitch was actually away and me hitting that ball to right field actually makes sense. It worked out. But the first time I did that on the John Boy stream, we like very clearly pulled the ball and it shot to right. It made no sense. So that unlocks episode 8. We're nearly halfway through this bad boy now, a World Series debut. And I believe at this point there's actually little side missions that I can do. We're going to circle back and do those.
Welcome to raucous Yankee Stadium here in New York.
I remember when we played Atlanta in the World Series, all I knew about the Braves was watching them on television when I was younger. The moment I really realized that it was the World Series is when Mr. Torrey came in to our meeting and he said, this team's gonna be better than any team you played this year. And this was before interleague play, so we never played the Braves.
The sellout crowd is on hand to watch the Braves and the New York Yankees.
You're facing Maddox and Glavine and Smoltz and Avery, Fred McGriff, Chipper Jones. I'd never been around these guys. I just watched them and admired them from afar. It was a stacked team. I realized we're in the World Series now.
2-1 on Greg Maddox. We just had a sacrifice fly in our first at bat. Now we just need a knock. And we'll be done. We're done. Jeez. I haven't failed anything yet. We're smooth.
Base hit, 2-0 New York.
And pitch swung on and popped up again off third. Makes the catch. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
I was the one that said if you don't win the World Series, the season's a failure.
The 1996 World Series.
It's a culmination of a lot of hard work. When you win finally in 1996, first time, you go back to playing in Little League, playing in summer ball, playing in high school, all the years in the minor leagues, the success, the failures. You play for that one moment to be the last team on the field. It's pretty special, especially when you have a chance to do it in New York.
And the New York Yankees are world champions.
New York's a hot spot. If you have success there, the people show up. They pay attention, they watch, they want to be a part of it. So it was experiencing everything for the first time.
This is incredible.
Once you win, there's no other place you can go. You either win or you fail. So it set the expectation level high, it set the bar high for us. And that's what we always strive to do, was to win a World Series. And I think that started because we were able to win in 1996.
1996 season now has officially been completed. Developed a winning culture, Jeter says. We move on to episode 10. And let's see. I do have the Greg Maddux that I can unlock here, and the 85 overall Andy Pettitte. But what I think I want to do here is, in this video, I want to play through the main storyline. And then in the next No Money Spent, we'll do all these side quests, get the cards unlocked, and then debut them all in Diamond Dynasty on ranked season.
Jeter, O'Neill, and Martinez the runners. Jumped on that one. Hit deep to right. A grand slam home run for Bernie Williams, his first as a left-hand hitter this year. Wow.
What made the 1998 team unique was we could care less what we did the day before. We could care less who the hero was. We pretty much clinched the division in April. I mean, it was, for the most part, it was over with.
And the New York Yankees are the champions of the American League East Division.
Whether it was moving a runner over, you hit a home run, you bunt a guy over, it didn't make a difference. Everyone was willing to do it. We checked our egos at the door. You know, just every single day we wanted to beat you. The only thing we cared about was winning.
Derek Jeter rips it inside the line, and he's going to have a standing double. Yep, 200th hit.
200 hits, I mean, it's a couple of things. One, consistency. You have to be consistent day in and day out. And you have to play. You have to be available. You can't take days off. Home runs fluctuate, RBIs fluctuate, average fluctuates. But you only get 2-3 people maybe at most in each league that gets 200 hits.
For the souvenir for Derek Jeter, first time in his career, 200 hits in a season.
Oh, look at the dramatic slow-mo of Jeter and Old Yankee. All right. Smoked! No! Come on! Jeter! Nah! One more knock. 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 Cranked! That's way over everyone's heads. I kind of like this Jeter card. It's one of the things I love about this Jeter card is he can kind of get jammed and he'll get a little pop out there left. That unlocks episode 11, and I believe we're in the 1997 season now. The jump throw. Oh, this cutscene's gonna be fun.
I started working on the jump throw in the minor leagues, just having fun during batting practice. I just think it came from years of sort of improvising, and ball's got to be hit the right speed. You got to know the speed of the runner, and you got to have fun when you play. I had fun. So first time people maybe really paid attention to it was when we were playing Cleveland in the playoffs.
Hit toward the hole. Jeter backhands from the outfield grass. Got him! Man, what a play!
For me, I didn't think about it. It was just a reaction. It was easier and quicker for me to just jump as opposed to stopping and trying to play it. If you work on something enough and you do it over and over and over again, it just becomes a natural play for you.
I mean, that is about strength right there.
I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm really not. It's not as easy as it looks, because if you actually, when you take people out to a major league field and you see how far the throw is, you have to have momentum on your side. I think the reaction, initial reaction was, when did you start doing that?
I mean, this is a beautiful play. I don't know how many shortstops can make that play.
DJ Banks at the plate. We got the dramatic defensive. I've already seen this once. I haven't actually completed it though. Bang. I think we got it. I just got to get these buttons right. Road to the show is going to be fun too. All right. Hey, X. Bang. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. We did it. And look at that replay. Beautiful. Unlocks episode 12 of the 1998 World Series. In the 1998 World Series, we need to get 2 hits, one of them knocking in an RBI. Look at Jeter with the World Series patch. He's ready to rock. Jeez, as always, doing it in style.
Now Jeter to the right side, under the glove of Veras. No throw, and it's 4-0 Yankees in the second.
What does it take for a team to sweep the World Series?
Martinez down the right field line. Grand slam.
I think it takes a confident team. I think it takes a very, very good team. I think it takes an experienced group. And I think it takes a group that never gives up, whether you're behind or not. And the 98 team had all those qualities.
Into center field, well hit. The track at the wall. A 3-run home run for Scott Brocious. And just like that, the Yankees take a 5-3 8th inning lead.
We won in 98. I wouldn't say it's a feeling of relief. It was a feeling of satisfaction. It was a feeling of, this is where we belong, this is where we should be. And then right after that is, we have to win again next year.
Brocious fittingly with a throw, and the Yankees have done it again. Number 24. They are the world champions of baseball in 1998.
Good teams, they don't sit around and pat themselves on the back and talk about what they've accomplished. They think about what's next. Our group always thought about the next year. I mean, guys weren't walking around wearing World Series rings into the clubhouse because that didn't mean anything to us anymore. It was now, what can we do next?
And that brings us into the 1999 season, where he had his first 100 RBI season.
Yankees win. The Yankees win.
For a lot of teams, there's a natural letdown because you've reached your goal, you've reached the peak, you won the World Series or you won a championship, you sort of get a chance to exhale and relax. I think what made our group special was we never did that.
And it's gone. And the Yankees have won it. Gone. What a finish.
1999 knows that we have to win the World Series, we have to win back-to-back, or we've wasted our time. When you're talking about 40-man roster, you're talking about 40 people all having that same mindset. It's pretty special, and we had a special group.
And the Yankees are going to win the game.
I had 100 RBIs for the first time that year. It's the only time I had 100 RBIs.
It falls in for a hit, bounces into the stands for a double. Derek Jeter has his 100th RBI, and for Jeter, it's his first time to the 100 RBI club.
We had to win. It's a lot of pressure that we put on ourselves, but we welcomed it.
Big names.
That ball's ripped into the gap, but it's not going to get us that RBI that we need. We need them to give us another runner in scoring position. All right, we come up with nobody on base again. I'm going to have to power swing here. Vintage Jeter. All right, there's our first fail. Our first fail. We need 2 ribbies. Get over the wall. I need both RBIs. I'll take one. Can we get some runners in scoring position now, please? Get up. Just doesn't have enough. Coming back up here in the 8th, though, but the runner's on first. Only 54 speed. We're going to have to hit it far. That is not far enough. Dang it. Double fail. Nobody out, though, so it's got to be a knock for him to take off. Only 41 speed. Cranked. Get over his head. Yes! Run! 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 Let's go! That unlocks episode 15 now.
What made 99 against Boston in the postseason so special was, up until that point, we'd never played in the postseason.
Swung on and blooped to right field, and the Yankees have tied the game at 3. A home run, and the Yankees win over their arch rival Red Sox.
I'm biased. I think it's the best rivalry in all of sports.
It is gone.
Rivera set the pitch, struck him out swinging. Yankees win.
We felt as though we couldn't lose. There was a lot of pressure on us that we just can't lose this series. I personally did not like playing at Fenway Park. You ever strike out, it's the longest walk in Major League Baseball.
That's strikeout number 6. Jeter says goodbye as that's 10 strikeouts for Pedro Martinez.
I liked the atmosphere, but I didn't necessarily like playing at Fenway Park.
Jeter pounds one into center field. Back is Lewis at the wall and gone for a 2-run
to have a big moment against Boston, I think it stands out a little bit more. Not only in my mind, I think it stands out in the minds of the fans as well.
Ball game over. American League Championship Series over. Yankees win. Yankees win. And don't think they didn't want to win it in Boston. They certainly did.
There's two sides of it. You always like to clinch at home so you can do it in front of your home fans. But then at the same time, you're playing Boston. You love clinching in Boston.
The rivalry is real, and we need 4 total bases in Fenway with Jeets. Jeets! I'm not going to get a second bag there, though. We're just a double away from being done. Now, we would have been hosed. Bang! I think that might be it. Look at us. We are back on our flawless runs. Another streak of no failures has begun. Unlocks episode 16 now. How sweep it is.
Start to his career, the Jeter.
Nah. Jeter. Gap Jeets. Yeah, geez, I can't wait till there's a 99 Jeter later in the year. He's going to be so good. That now slides us down to episode 17, All-Star MVP, July 11th of 2000. Jeter goes 3 for 3 at the plate to become the first Yankee MVP of the Midsummer Classic.
Batting second from the New York Yankees, playing shortstop, Derek Jeter.
I remember it was the first time I had a chance to start the All-Star game. So you're excited about that.
A liner to left. It'll drop for a hit. Down the line. Possible extra bases. Jeter is in standing.
I was able to get a few hits and score a run.
Here's Jeter, who doubled his first time up. Hits one through the middle, and Jeter's 2 for 2. A line drive, and he's 3 for 3. 1 run home. Jeter has knocked in 2 and scored the other.
You got to come up at the right time. I had zero idea that no Yankee had ever won All-Star Game MVP. That's mind-boggling to me to think all the great players that have played Yankee uniform.
You've had a great career, and this is just another great moment. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. There's a long history there, so you had to be the first to do anything in Yankee uniform. It's tough to do.
Shortstop position in the American League, you never know if you're going to get a chance to come to an All-Star game, let alone start one. So I'm just thankful I got an opportunity to play.
The All-Star uniforms are looking crispy on Jeets. Okay. I honestly just miss when they were a little bit more creative with this type of stuff back in the day. Most like All-Star game logos and uniforms and stuff have gotten a little dry over the last like decades. Gotta deal with Randy Johnson, man. Yes, beautiful, hanging slurve. Get down, ball, at a boy, Jeter. 3 hits. We did it the right way. Not just a triple, the right way. Unlocks episode 18, Rapid Relay.
A slow roller, but Martinez doesn't run well. Jeter up with it. Starts spreading the news. New York, New York.
Now the stage is set for the Subway Series between the Yankees and Mets.
The hype around the Subway Series in 2000 was second to none. I think New York was the center of the baseball world. We had heard so much about how good the Mets were.
Grand slam, Piazza!
They were close the year before, and then everywhere you went in New York, that's all people talked about. You'd run into Met fans telling us how bad we were. Yankee fans, don't blow it. If there's any series that you can't lose, it's one against the Mets. We were the talk of the town. You hear athletes say all the time, game speeds up, it slows down. It slows down when you're prepared.
Track wall off the top of the wall.
So I knew how fast he was. I saw he wasn't really running that hard because I think he thought it was going to be a home run as well. In my mind, it was if Justice could give me the ball as soon as possible, we have a chance to get him at the plate.
Into third, they bring him around. Throw to the plate by Jeter. Great throw. Inning over. Derek Jeter with a relay throw to end the inning.
You talk about the jump throw. That was a relay throw where I was on the move. I didn't stop.
Right on the money, an off-balance throw
think that was a big moment in the series because, you know, they were feeling themselves at the time.
Look at these beautiful cutscenes. I love these.
That one ripped left field. And that one is off.
Here we go. We got to hit this relay. It's just going to be button sequence again. Yep. I can get used to that. It reminds me of the Bigs. The Bigs. 2 base hits against the Mets in Shea Stadium. Perfect, perfect. We're 1 for 2. On pace now. No. Get down. Bleed. No. Give me another at bat. Oh, our second failure. Let's run it again. Get down, ball. 1 for 1. Get down. Yes.
Jeter moves into the leadoff spot as both clubs have struggled to get their leadoff men on base in this series.
Where I hit in the lineup didn't change my approach at all. Whether I hit first, second, third, every single at bat in my career, I looked fastball right down the middle. I just wasn't good enough to guess. When I was leading off, he threw a first pitch fastball and I was able to hit it out.
And he goes after the first pitch, way back left field. Derek Jeter, he's on and out. Goodbye, home run. First pitch homer for Derek Jeter.
There was more outside pressure for us to win that series than there was any other World Series because in New York, it almost felt as though the city was up for grabs.
That's well hit into left field by Tyatt. Up by Yanni back. It's a 2-2 game. Derek Jeter's going deep again. Up the middle. Base hit. Throw to the plate. Hits the runner. Brocious will score, and the Yankees lead 4-2.
If we didn't win that World Series, we would have been in a lot of trouble.
A three-peat. The New York Yankees, for the 3rd time in a row, 4th time in 5 years, and 26th time in franchise history, they are the world champions.
I don't know if I can describe what it feels like to be on top of the sports world in New York. When we were playing, it's like we were performing on a Broadway stage. And everyone came to see us because we were winning and we were successful. We had a run there where there was a lot of celebrating.
That completes the main storyline for Derek Jeter as of right now. Like I said, in the next No Money Spent video, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to do all these side quests and we're going to get all these cards, players, and packs unlocked here. But as far as the main missions, the cutscenes, all these moments, it took me 1 hour and 10 minutes. That's gonna do it for me today, guys. If you haven't already, hit that like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and go use that Seatgeek code Shelfy. You can also download the Underdog Fantasy app with code Shelfy. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. Fantasy baseball's just getting started.